And now to details of these and more stories. Central African Republic President Faustin-Archange Touadera has reshuffled his government's cabinet, naming some ex-relatives of armed groups in the country. According to a decree broadcast on state radio, President Touadera increased his appointees from 23 to 34. Among the 34 ministers is Lambert Mokove Lissane, former cabinet director of the Popular Front for the Rebirth of the Central African Republic, FPRC, a faction of the ex-Seleka rebel movement led by Nourredine Adam. 18 members of the cabinet were retained, while 16 are new members. 4 previous members now leave the cabinet.
Notably, the new government has a major change. That is the defense minister, who was sacked and replaced by a woman, Nourredine Adam, who held the same docket in the transitional government, while Prime Minister Matthew Sarangi has retained his post. This is the first cabinet reshuffle since President Faustin-Archange Touadera ascended to power, and comes after facilitators from the AU held a meeting in Bangui on Monday and Tuesday. The African Union will play a role in mediation efforts to achieve peace in C.A.R. A timetable must be established, with some of the facilitators will hold meetings with each of the leaders of the armed groups.
And now to give us some more insight into the cabinet reshuffle in the Central African Republic is our correspondent Samuel Thierry Nzam from Bangui, Central African Republic. Bonjour, Sam. It's so good to have you with us this morning. Please tell us what is new or different with this cabinet?
With regards to the new changes, several ministries were split while others were created. The Defense, Water and Forests, Communications and Labour Ministry have new ministers. The Advancement of Women was dissociated from Social Affairs. The National Education and Higher Education, Transport and Road Maintenance, Agriculture and Rural Development Ministries were all split. The President created a new Ministry for Scientific Research, Modernization, while the government secretariat responsible for relations with institutions was split. A Ministry of Foreign Affairs responsible for the Francophonie and C.A.R. residents in the diaspora was created. The Prime Minister was also retained his post, while the cabinet increased from 23 to 34 members, to 34 rather, members.
The Minister of Defense seems to have been replaced. Any reasons for this?
With regards to the Defense Minister, he was deemed incompetent by the international community and also the people in Central Africa, rather the country. Due to growing violence in the country, he was replaced by Nourredine Adam, who was a member of the transitional government with Samba Catherine Panza.